Welcome back to Motorcycle Vision, everybody. My name is Steve. So today I'm trying out something brand new. Did a video earlier when I told you that I bought a Sena, a 10C EVO, and that's what you're looking at right now. But somebody on the internet, they taught me a trick, and I've tried that trick right now. Don't know how it's going to come out, so we'll be seeing it together when I publish this video. But essentially it's this. Camera shoots at 4K. That's what it does out of the box. 4K, 30 frames per second. I learned what 30 frames per second means, by the way. It's almost like the flicker. Within 1 second, 30 individual pictures go by. That's what 30 frames per second means. When I was filming things with my GoPro, the pictures looked spectacular. They looked a lot better than they did, off the Sena, and I couldn't figure out why, especially since the Sena was operating at 4K. Well, somebody told me on the internet, turn it down. Don't shoot 4K. Shoot 1080p, which is less, but they said bring it up from 30 frames per second to 60 frames per second. It'll look more polished. It'll look more clear. It'll look more GoPro-esque. So that's what I'm doing. So you're looking at a film for the first time being done at 1080p, 60 frames per second, as opposed to the default 4K, 30 frames per second. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm not going to retire my GoPro because it's a great little camera. So I'm doing 2 views today. Hi guys, second view. So that's my GoPro, the one that used to be mounted on the chin of my helmet. Now it's mounted on my handlebars, so I can do a 2-camera view. Don't know if that's more interesting or if some of you consider this to be horrifying, it's him, But anyway, that's what I'm doing. So today, it's a warm day in November. Ironically, it's in the 60s in North Jersey in November. So immediately I said I'm taking out the bike. So I'm pretty curious to see what this video is going to look like. I'm hoping it has that GoPro look to it. Oh, I get to do my hand thing. Hey, I got one back. Yay. I know you guys are going like, newbie. I am. You gotta love it when a bicycle decides to play chicken with your motorcycle. Like, first of all, why are you doing that? What if I hadn't noticed you? Anyway. Moving along. I still get nervous at this intersection. I don't know why. Look at this guy. He does not even look like he intends to slow down. Last second, he'll slow down. So I said in my last video, it was not my intent to winterize this bike. I'm sticking with that story. It's still not my intent to winterize this bike. But I think if I get a few more warm days, I want to buy some decals to make it look a little bit more personalized. So I think what I'm going to do, I want to find like either a red or a gold stripe and put that around the gas tank. I actually want to see some pictures on the internet of some of these motorcycles with stripes, and I can look and see a design that I like and try to replicate that design. I said I wanted to make it more unique, not totally unique. What I have is I'm one of those people who has the ability to do it, but no taste. So I can make it stick there. It's just going to look bad when I'm done with it. Yes. That's my style. You guys can't smell this because it's not being filmed in smell-o-vision, but somebody's burning leaves. I wonder, is smell-o-vision a thing? I kind of remember in the 80s, they used to have movies and they'd have these scratch and sniff cards. And they'd flash on the screen, sniff the purple card now, sniff the purple card now. I'm like, okay. And, like the person would be walking past a grape and you'd smell like imitation cardboard and grape. Okay, we go. What's left over from Halloween? I felt bad for the kids this year. I mean, literally, the little kids, they couldn't go out because it was COVID. Some people would put a dish outside of their house with candies on it, and they'd say, here, take whatever you want. That's not Halloween. You know, and I feel bad for even the college kids, you know. They like to dress up. The girls dress up, the boys dress up, and they go to a big party. Oh, we can't do parties. Ugh, COVID sucks. I think that's still politically correct to say COVID sucks, right? As long as I don't seem to have any kind of an opinion on COVID, it's okay, other than it sucks. I think I might be allergic to my COVID mask, because I'm fine all day. I'm fine. And I put my little mask up, and within a couple of minutes, I start wanting to sneeze, to cough, whatever. And then I take my little COVID mask off. Within a couple of minutes, I'm good again. And I can repeat this again and again and again. So I think I might be allergic to my COVID mask. Make sure I'm not going to get killed while I talk to you about my COVID mask. Oh, being a neutral, that helps. So I didn't know how many more days there would be left. You know, nice days like this. And I have a lot of time banked up at work to take off. Because, you know, heaven forbid you vacation somewhere during COVID season. So I had all of this time. So I took a day off today. And I wanted to go, you know, enjoy my bike for a little while because, oh, we've set the clocks back. So now it gets dark by the time I get home. I'm sure there are people who enjoy riding their bike at night. I don't. I don't like, you know, I've got a black jacket, black gloves, black and gray helmet on a black bike in the dark. Again, with the smell-o-vision, you can't smell anything, but we are riding up near the Nabisco factory. So, it's cookie day. And, man, I mean, the Oreos are just thick in the air right now. The guy who taught me to ride my motorcycle taught me, don't look at where the bike is going, look where you want to be. So in other words, like just now when I made that turn, if I had been looking at the front tire to see where I am, I would not have been able to make a tight turn. But instead I look far ahead and I see where I want the bike to be and it goes there. I'm sure there's a law of physics or something behind why that happens. That's amazing to me that it happens, but it works, and I'm glad it worked. So what is the story with this motorcycle riding habit? It becomes like an addiction in time, or what? You're just sitting there and you go, it's too nice to be inside the house. I got to take the bike out. What is this about? I'm only riding a year, and yet in this year, I'm like, nope, got to take the bike out. I got to go. Well, this is the part of the ride where I'm looking around going, absolutely nothing looks familiar. So this is where they say, take your bike out. And see where the road takes you. I'm not really sure where the road took me. But I didn't make a lot of turns, so I know how to get back. So there's that. My gas tank doesn't have an aftermarket meter on it. I never know if the gas tank is full or empty. I know you're going to say, set the odometer back to 0. That works fine, but, you know, depending on how many miles, how fast you're going, highway, local, your mileage varies, and you don't know if you ran out of gas or you're about to run out of gas or not. So I would love to have a gas tank gauge in my gas tank, on my gas tank, attached to my gas tank. If anybody knows a good one for a Honda Shadow, I'd appreciate it. And no, I don't want to replace the gas tank. The gas tank on here is just fine. Oh, I just realized where I am. Oh, right then. This weekend in November in northern Jersey, they say it's going to be near 70. Well, we're going out. We are definitely going out. If this is what they're complaining about with global warming, somebody hand me an aerosol can. Ooh, this is nice and tight. Well, time to practice what my teacher told me. That still works. And I stayed on my side of the line. Thank you, Bruce. So I got an email this morning that my son's college just declared themselves COVID state orange or color orange alert, something like that. So all the kids are not allowed to go into the cafeteria. Cafeteria food is being served on a takeout basis. Kids are not allowed to go into class. All of the classes are now online classes. They're not allowed to have visitors in their rooms. So my question is, why are you there at all? You could have stayed home and done the exact same thing. More fun with COVID. Yay. So I managed to teach myself how to get my Sena to play music through the helmet, and the music's really good. I mean, even if you're loud, like the bike is loud, it sounds great in the helmet. The other thing that I noticed, when I get a phone call, they got some amazing noise canceling. People don't realize that I'm riding a motorcycle. I can't fathom it because I hear the bike nice and loud, but people don't even know. They don't hear the wind, they don't hear the noise. That little device is amazing. I still have yet to try the application that you download and put onto your phone. I don't have a whole lot of use for it. The only thing that I did use it for was to take the... Well, this is going to be interesting to navigate. One moment. The only thing I did use it for was to take the camera resolution down from 4K to 1080p and from 30 frames to 60 frames. I used it for that. Very quick inside the house. I tried the thing where you can point the camera somewhere and then you connect the camera through Bluetooth to the phone and you can see what the camera sees. Okay. I can tell you that works great inside the house. But if I try to watch it on the bike, I think I would be better off really watching the road than watching the phone. So, don't care. They say you can connect through Bluetooth your GPS device in here, which that's going to be fantastic. Answer phones, speed dial, couple of calls. It looked like I could speed dial up to 10 numbers. No, 3 numbers. And I can get 10 FM stations. And I can hear my daughter. FM? Who does FM anymore? FM comes in handy when you're locked in the house with COVID. I don't have COVID. Although I wonder how many people had COVID and didn't even know they had COVID. It's a sort of big boom. Don't know if that was us. I don't think we backfired. Well, whatever it was, we're still going, so couldn't have been too bad. This weekend when it's 70 degrees, I may take the bike up to the mountains again. It's probably really nice up there. I don't think all the leaves have fallen off the ground, so there's probably spectacular colors up there. It's probably going to be fantastic to look at. The thing that worries me is in the mountains, when those suckers come off the trees, they come off like in piles, and I don't want to be riding through wet leaves, on a motorcycle. Oh boy. Okay, he doesn't know what he's going to do, so I'm just going to pass him. That's the one really good thing about a motorcycle. It makes so much noise, you can't help but notice me. I still have yet to take this on the highway and really open it up. I don't know how fast it will actually go. I've taken it a little bit over 70, and to me, that was plenty, because I was going faster than traffic. I was comfortable. The bike seemed happy. The bike didn't sound strained. Like, you know, it doesn't have an RPM gauge, but it didn't sound like it was even yellow lining. It was just purring along at 70 miles an hour. I don't know how fast the sucker can actually go. I want to find out. I'm curious. I'm in the mood for McDonald's, but I gained 4 pounds this week, and this is Wednesday. Remember, I said the day after Election Day. This is Wednesday. So, I've lost 2 of the 4 pounds that I gained. I don't want to find them again. Well, this looks interesting. Don't look like they're stopping me. Yeah, don't stop me. Stop them. Is it right to pull over a policeman and tell him I think your front tire looks low? Probably better to leave him alone. He'll figure it out in time on his own. The worst thing is when you're riding your motorcycle and you get an itch in your nose and the faceplate is down. Ooh, my old house has the garage open. I may want to go back and look at that. It's an odd sensation when you see the house that you grew up in and it's for sale again. Many years ago, same house was for sale. I don't remember if it was me and my kids or me and my wife. But we saw it was for sale, so we went to the lady who owned it at the time, and we said, hey, I grew up here. Mind if we take a tour? And she said, no, go ahead, go in, take a look. And it was so weird because the paneling that my dad put up in the basement and the floor tile was all still there. My dad had built a bar, and it was still there. He had built like a... it was too small to be a workshop, but it was kind of like a tool room. He built that. The room was still there, but they had converted it into like into an additional laundry room. But it was just so weird, you know, because you could see all the remnants of how the house. I mean, these people, they moved in, they lived there years, so they put their own touches on the house, right? But you could see all the remnants of what was there that they hadn't touched, and that was just so bizarre. It's like taking a ride back in time, you know, to see that stuff. And now I'm looking, and the same house is for sale yet again. And this time around, what? I'm going to take care of the nose thing this time. But this time around, it's like, I don't know what they've done to it, but I'm curious. I'm not going to go back again. Hi, every time this house goes up for sale, I like to stop by and look at it. I might. Nah, I won't. But I am curious. Anyway, I think that wraps it up for today. So guys, thanks for watching Motorcycle Vision. My name is Steve. Ride safe, ring the bell, send me some comments, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next ride. Bye-bye.